COVID-19 pandemic is a serious threat to the livelihoods in an already fragile context in South Sudan. Protracted crises driven by years of internal conflict, floods, and unprecedented desert locust invasion have led to widespread poverty, vulnerability, and food insecurity among the South Sudan communities. An estimated 47% of the population suffers from food insecurity.
My name is Ayad Jacob Maluk. I work with VSF Germany as a project assistant for the IFAD-funded Rural Poor Stimulus Facility project. The project was implemented in Bor County in Jonglei State. The livelihood of people here is centered around agropastoralism and fishing, where most farmers carry out farming for subsistence purposes, and fishers also catch fish for subsistence. The surplus of grains is always sold for income, which is mostly used for payment of school fees as well as access to medical facilities.
COVID-19 is therefore causing a significant disruption in food supply chains, decrease in production agriculture, reduction of the local agricultural workforce, especially those working on the value chains of vegetable, animal, and fishery productions, and the livestock sector, which is the main source of livelihoods for 83% of the rural population in the country. Recognizing that the planting season, the overall impact of COVID-19 on rural livelihoods, the government of the Republic of South Sudan, through its National Ministry of Agriculture and Food Security, has requested for IFAD's support.
My name is Peter Oyel Ngayesan Opel. I'm a project officer working for VSF Germany Torit field office. VSF Germany works in Torit for tackling 8 biams. These are the groups we are tackling, and the groups specifically are 50% women and 50% are men.
My names are Dela Nyinatem. I'm a Director General in the Ministry of Agriculture for the period of 5 years. But at present, we have another Director General, and I'm taking the side of administration.
The Rural Poor Stimulus Facility project was a response to COVID-19 in South Sudan. Most countries, including South Sudan, imposed lockdown restrictions. This disrupted the flow of goods and services, considering that South Sudan mostly depend on neighboring countries for food imports. Access to agricultural inputs by smallholder farmers, especially in Bor County, was disrupted. Also, their income was eroded due to reduced remittances from abroad, and also due to post-harvest losses of perishable produce. This led to acute food insecurity. As a result, the government of South Sudan, through the Ministry of Agriculture and Food Security, requested IFAD for assistance. The IFAD responded with the Rural Poor Stimulus Facility. The project was mainly aimed at building resilience and reducing vulnerability of smallholder farmers in Bor County by giving them access to necessary inputs for agricultural production, as well as building their capacity on post-harvest handling technologies to reduce losses and improve their income.
My name is Stella Mark. I am 22 years old from Lujiri community, Luri Patan. I'm among the farmers who has benefited from VSF and IFAD. I also have my own farm. I farm groundnuts, maize, millets, and those are the things they gave us. They brought for us gifts like the grinding machine, and it's working very well.
We are asking them to bring for us other things to support our group. We had our crops and were destroyed by water. By then, it was VSF who supported us. But now, we are trying our best so that VSF will support us again.
Yes.
You know, when the project started, they started accordingly. Because when the project started, it started with the work plan we will put in place. And this work plan, we know it, how they are doing the work. So when they started, the community, they were not choose at random. No, they did by metric to know that who are the people who are supposed to be targeted. Because targeting depends according to the criteria.
This was achieved through provision of inputs such as crop seeds, vegetable seeds, as well as fishing kits. Farmers were also organized into groups and were provided with post-harvest handling equipment such as posho mill, grain sheller, deep freezers that are solar powered, and fish processing equipment.
My name is Anita Kitale. I am 48 years old. I do agriculture. I plant groundnuts, okra, maize. After the crops grow, I sell others and use others for my own consumption. We face a lot of challenges like cows and people who steal our crops. And when you try to stop them, it ends up to be wrangles. So we let them be. When selling our products, we only get at least 9,000 pounds. And I divide it for buying foodstuff for the family, some for medication, and the little that is left, I try to buy seeds to plant again. I am suggesting they should provide us with posho meal and taps of water because our crops dry up due to too much sun and no water for watering and drinking.
We also gave them hermetic bags to reduce the post-harvest damages. We train them how to use these bags because these bags, with their proper use, they can store their grains or their seeds for a longer period of time. There will be no infestation by insects like weevils. This will reduce the post-harvest. We gave them also, and even we gave them a lot of trainings. We gave them seeds, we gave them fishing kits, and we trained them. We have really done a lot.
I would like to greet you all, VSF and IFAD, and the government of South Sudan. As you have sent us your support to this country, it has reached to a village called Peitai. It is very important. I thank you so much and congratulations. Thank you 10 times. Materials that were sent have reached us successfully, such as the machine. So I am thankful for that. I would like to ask you so much because we are really hard workers in this country, but we do digging locally. We had no support from either. That's why I am so thankful. The most important thing that we need in this village is tractor. If possible, VSF and IFAD should get for us.
These are the things that I would like to tell you. If there is a support so that we can also grow like other countries, because we are hard workers. The machine is for grinding maize. Our land needs machines, but we couldn't. We do digging using our hands, just to support our stomach. Send for us the machines if possible. For the case of trees, we will cut them and dig at the same time. And I would like to give thanks for your support. These are the challenges experienced by us in this village of Heitai.
Also, the capacity was built on production technologies, both in agronomy and fisheries. This led to improved output, as narrated by some farmers, which led to improved food security as well as income. Most of the produce was used for food, but the surplus was sold for cash. The cash was used to cover medical costs, as well as school fees and other non-food items that are vital for the livelihood.
So they have carried out most of the training. These people there were trained. Even the local people were trained. There is field training, and there is training which is held under such places like hotel and what this here. And all the communities are properly trained. And that is why you see that if you go to Morot market now, you will get fresh produce, vegetable produce. They are there in Morot market. And this is the work of these people. If you go to Souk Zero, there is another place there, you will see that there are fresh vegetables. And this is the work of these people. Our people used to use this local cultivation, but now they are oriented to use the technique. And this thing is a very good thing to be achieved by local people, because we are turning from subsistence agriculture to transformation agriculture.
We give thanks to VSF and IFAD. They have helped us a lot by bringing
refrigerator machine.
The machines are really helping us a lot during the work process here. The thing that we need the most from them are timber and generators. The generators and timber that we are currently using are rented from other people. Sometimes we end up not benefiting. We would like to urge the government to help us with boats and timber too. The hooks and the motorbikes they gave us have been of great help during this time. We at least got something out of it. We are very thankful to VSF, and they have helped us a lot. We are no longer buying them with our own money. We have a lot of workers at our workplace, and the boats came in many, so they are helping a lot. We are in large numbers, so we are asking the organization to also send in a lot of help so that we can run our work perfectly and smoothly. We are so many, so we are divided in 4 groups, and the leaders are really thankful for the government for the support. The first thing that we need are the machines, such as the generators. With the water generators, we are able to do fishing and farming as well. Once we are given water generators, we will be able to feed ourselves.
With that, we would like to mention that November is the most favorable month for fishing in our area. One boat is able to give us 85 pieces of fish. From 5 boats, we are able to know how many we get per kg. Still in the month of November, we are able to catch small and big fish. The hook size 4 is able to catch both sizes and both types. We really want to thank VSF for that. We are really grateful. With an aim of transforming agri-food systems to be more efficient, more inclusive, more resilient, and more sustainable, the Rpsf project South Sudan represents the formal process for re-establishment of IFAD's relations with the government of South Sudan since 2016. The government of the Republic of South Sudan officially requested IFAD's assistance to support the smallholder farming sector affected by COVID-19. The government had also designated the food and agriculture sector as an essential service. The project aligned with the recommendations of the RBAs, that is FAO, WFP, and IFAD, study and focused on addressing vulnerability through coordinated actions by all humanitarian and development actors.
During my interactions as a project officer with beneficiaries and the local leaders in the areas where you are working, they are now giving a lot of thanks to VSF Germany and the funding from IFAD for what they said. We have brought a peace to them. They are able to live in peace and harmony, and also the women are able to talk in front of men. This one comes as a result of intervention of the project, because during training and during our session we usually encourage women to talk in the community, because women do talk good things or truth.
The Rpsf project goal was to contribute to reduction of small-scale producers' vulnerability, enhance their resilience to COVID-19 shocks, and improve their incomes. A total of 88.5% of 719 households were involved in crop farming in the past 1 year.
They also reported improved income through improved post-harvest handling technologies that were also provided to them through trainings as well as provision of the equipment.
A total proportion of 86% of the households grew vegetables. There was generally acknowledged increase in cereal crop yields in the past 12 months. A total of 386 households, that accumulates to 54.1%, reported to be involved in fishing. The finding that seemed to suggest that income from crop farming, that is cereals and vegetables, was the most important source of their income, followed by fishing, was phenomenal in a context where livestock would have been expected as the major source of income.
The challenge which is facing them is money. There is no money, because there are groups now who can be formed, and this group, if they are formed, they will work together. But suppose for a short time, for a short project, that one will not sustain, because they will not be having the money to carry on with the work. But for this project, if this project comes according to what has been done by IFAD last year, if it is following the same procedures, I think there will be change, and our people will benefit.
The project aimed in maintaining
and improving agricultural productive capacity of target small-scale producers by availability of inputs and their continued accessibility by small-scale producers, and to enhance access to post-harvest technologies to reduce losses. There is increased household assets. For example, buying small ruminants like sheep and goats, improvement of shelter that saw construction of houses using the money from crop sales, improved access to education by paying school fees from fish sales, improved access to healthcare by paying for medical treatment in the time of sickness from fish sales, improved access to businesses opportunities and services by setting up small businesses, grinding machine services, spare parts for small engines. Further, improved livelihood resulted to addressing insecurity issues, enhanced skills and knowledge to operate and maintain equipment, behavior change at the community owing to disseminated COVID-19 materials such as masks, hand washing kits, sanitizers, and increased organization visibility and marketing capacity of beneficiary groups from groups to cooperatives.
Also, they also appeal if there's a chance for IFAD to support VSF Germany for more projects so that they can be able to be capacitated well, especially in terms of farming and fisheries, so that they can be able to change their life. Yes, their life have changed, but they're aiming for, because of the duration of the project was almost a year plus. It has given them something, but they are urging more. And they also need more trainings, especially in post-harvest, we did, but they need to cover the whole, including those who are not even our beneficiaries, because we train the beneficiaries alone. According to the budget, we cannot train the whole community, but they are applying that if there's a chance for VSF under IFAD Foundation, let them give them more time of training. Because through training, they'll be able to change the way they are living, they'll be able to produce more, they'll be able to store well, especially if they are given post-harvest training, which we gave some of them. They will be able to improve and their economy will be okay. And this will create a sustainable peace in the community. Will bring more people to be very peaceful. There will be more productions, children will be happy, and this is what they are asking for.
We conclude that this was a very positive gesture for the funder, IFAD, the government of Southern Sudan, and the VSF Germany, for their response to support the communities in Bor, Juba, and Torit towards their recovery. The selected areas of invention crops like cereals and vegetables, production, and fisheries were very necessary for such a time.